Tradition. Do you remember drive-ins?
Oh, absolutely. We were little tiny kids, like maybe and we used to have to get dressed in our pajamas because inevitably we'd fall asleep in the car, and then Dad would have to carry us into the house.
Right.
But this way, if we had our pajamas on, we were all set for bed.
It didn't matter.
Right.
Right.
I love to drive in.
Well, that tradition is still alive in our state.
Crossroads reporter Kim Sanders takes us to one of the 3 remaining drive-ins in Connecticut, and this one has a unique twist to it.
Nestled in a park in Southington is a trip down memory lane, the Southington Drive-In. For nearly 50 years, films flickered up on its screens. But in 2002, it closed, and it seemed that was the end of drive-in movies for Southington. Then again, maybe not.
And the town of Southington had the opportunity to purchase it 2 years later in 2004. They put it up before our voters, and voters overwhelmingly approved purchasing this property.
For 5 years, however, the screen remained dark and the land sat empty. But a year and a half ago, a group of volunteers decided to bring movies back to their town. Not the latest Hollywood blockbusters, but old favorites.
We're trying to have a little bit of fun, provide an inexpensive family fun evening for patrons, and showing the second-run movies, we're able to do that. And it's really a great time for family time and community. And prior to the movies, a lot of our families come and they play frisbee outside, and they're throwing the football around to one another, or they walk next door to our local recreation park and have fun with their families. So it's all about just something different for the family.
Families like the Dions from Suffield. It's been over 20 years since Mark had been to a drive-in, and he wanted to share the experience with his kids.
We had drive-ins when I was a kid, and we used to go all the time, but there's really no place or opportunity for them to experience what a drive-in is. So it was a great opportunity to come down and with friends and experience the drive-in with the kids.
Even before the movie started, his son Christian had found a good reason to like the drive-in.
It's not such a hassle to watch it. It's just like parking, except with a movie.
And you don't even have to leave your car to enjoy the movie. Just turn the dial to the right radio station, and you're good to go.
The drive-in even built a wired-for-sound pavilion, so walk-ins can watch the movie without missing a word. The movie, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, had the kids in the crowd excited. What are you looking forward to tonight?
Movie. We've seen it before on TV, and the car transforms into a plane and a floating car.
But the Southington Drive-In is doing more than providing a good time. It's also helping nonprofit groups in the Southington community.
Every movie night is operated by a local civic organization. So they come out, and it's like a fundraiser for them. So groups like the Southington Education Foundation and the Rotary Club and Kiwanis and the Lions Club and some of our local football organizations love the idea of having a relatively simple fundraiser where all they do is have some volunteers come out and operate the drive-in, and they get 100% of the proceeds from that evening.
Last year, the drive-in raised over $12,000 for 9 nonprofits. Brian Taylor, president of the Mill Foundation for Kids, says the financial benefit of volunteering at the drive-in was not the only reward for his group.
Helped it immensely. I mean, not only from a financial standpoint, but just, being a small community organization, we're still in the process of getting our name out there, and the more people that can know who we are and find out about us and end up supporting our cause, better for us as well.
And, of course, it's a chance to relive memories of days gone by.
It's a throwback to the days like when I grew up, and you don't see it too often these days where you can have a community like this come together and just sit out with lawn chairs and food, and they're throwing games over there and just having a good family time.
The drive-in movies are gems. They are treasures. There are only 3 drive-ins left in Connecticut. Southington Drive-In is one of them. And it's just such a great thing for a family to do. You're watching a movie under the stars old-fashioned, nostalgic entertainment for a family that used to be all the rage back in the 50s. And it's just fun to introduce it to a brand new generation that has never watched a movie under the stars before.
Just look around. There's people playing, there's kids running. You don't get that experience at the movie theater. You don't get that experience when you go to the Red Box and pick it out of the grocery store. You know, this is just what it's all about. You know, families coming together, having dinner, enjoying a nice movie, a clean movie. This is what it's all about.
Keeping a decades-old tradition alive for a new generation and doing it for a good cause. In Southington, I'm Kim Sanders, reporting for Crossroads Magazine.
Well, the drive-in is open most Saturday nights through Labor Day weekend. The gates open at 6 p.m. with the movie starting shortly after sundown. For more information on upcoming movies, visit our website, ortv.org.
Well, we are in the middle of summer, so in addition to swimming and going to those movies, children are still enjoying summer camp, bonfires, and all of those types of activities. But it won't be long before the school bell rings.
The new school year often brings new classes, new